Dear friends, this is House of Lumber, a place where St. Francis de Sales lived for few years as a bishop.
Francis lived here from 1602 until 1610. He is portrayed in a stained glass window on the stairs.
This is the house where St. Francis de Sales lived, and a place now marked by a stained glass image of his gentle presence. May it inspire us to let God's light shine quietly through our own lives.
What more happiness is there for a mother than asking God for a child and then later to consecrate? This is the Church of Notre Dame de Liesse, where St. Francis de Sales' mother asked God for the gift of a child.
Our Lady of Joy, built in 1851, on the site of the former college church, of which only the bell tower remains. Madame de Sales, mother of the saint, prayed before the holy shroud exposed in this church in 1566, asking God to give her a son whom she would consecrate to him.
This church stands on the place where St. Francis de Sales' mother once prayed before the holy shroud, asking God for a child she would offer to him. May this remind us that sincere prayer can open the way for God's quiet miracles.
Dear friends, our study empowers and enhances the quality of living. This is Shapusian College, where young Francis de Sales studied here. Let's know more about it.
The Rev. College Shapusian is a souvenir of the school where the young Francis was a brilliant student for 3 years, from October 1575 to September 1578.
This street honors the school where St. Francis de Sales studied as a young man. Even then, his love for learning and virtue shone brightly. May his example inspire us to seek knowledge with faith and devotion.
Sacraments elicit a closer connection and bond with God. This is the Church of St. Maurice, where St. Francis de Sales received confirmation and communion.
The Church of St. Maurice, built in 1442, formerly the Church of Dominicans, is where Francis made his first communion and was confirmed in 1575. He frequently preached here and taught catechism. He invited the people to come by having a handbell rung in the streets. The remains of Saint Jane de Chantal was exposed in this church from 1806 to 1826.
Is where St. Francis made his first communion, was confirmed, and later shared the faith with gentle preaching and catechism. May it inspire us to grow in faith and share God's love with the same humble spirit.
Dear friends, this is the Church of St. Francis de Sales in the city of Annecy. Let's learn more about this.
The community of the Visitation left the gallery house to come here. The former monastery was made up of the whole block of buildings. The church, consecrated in 1617 by St. Francis de Sales, was restored and enlarged in 1645. It was desecrated during the French Revolution and again restored to public worship at the end of the 19th century. It is now the church of the Italian colony. The relics of St. Francis de Sales and St. Jane de Chantal were venerated here until the Revolution.
The Church of St. Francis became a home of quiet prayer, friendship, and faithful service. Even when it faced challenges, its spirit was never lost. May it remind us that God's grace can lift us up again and keep our heart steady in His peace.
Dear friends, this is the City Hall and the public gardens. Let's know more about it.
The City Hall and public gardens, which have replaced the gardens and orchard of the Visitation, are washed by the lake which Francis crossed so often in a boat.
The City Hall and gardens now stand where the Visitation orchards once were, a place touched and washed by the same lake St. Francis crossed many times. May this remind us that God's presence quietly flows through the places we pass each day.
Dear friends, this is Rue Royale, where monastery and the Church of Visitation was. Let's learn more about it.
The monastery and the church of Visitation were on the Rue Royale from 1824 to 1911 on the site going from the post office to the train station. Both were demolished after the transfer of the community to the present monastery.
The former Visitation Monastery once stood along the street, a place where prayer and quiet dedication shaped daily life. Though the buildings are gone, the spirit they carried still lingers. May it remind us that what is done for God never disappears. It continues to live in the hearts and in the world.
Dear friends, this is the beautiful castle in Annecy that stands straight and tall. Let's learn more about this by listening.
The castle of the Duke of Nemours is where Francis visited Henry IV, who occupied it in 1600. He presented him a request in favor of the Catholics of the country of Guess. The castle was governed by Francis' brother Louis de Sales when it was occupied by Louis XIII and Richelieu in 1630.
The castle of Annecy. Here, St. Francis de Sales courageously spoke for the welfare of the faithful, showing his care and devotion. His life reminds us to serve others with courage, love, and unwavering faith.